Hello everyone. If you are preparing for exams like CUET, BITSAT, IPMAT, NDA, NIFT, or any other after class 12th entrance exams where English is tested, this idiom series is for you. I'm Sonia Sindwani, content educator at Cambriona, and I'll guide you through this entire idiom series to boost your exam vocabulary and help you score higher. So, keep on watching. Welcome again, champs. Love the consistency. As we step into part 7 of this idiom series, this lesson explores practical idioms such as take umbrage, take French leave, and call a spade, helping you express ideas more clearly and confidently in everyday English. So buckle up, stay curious, and let's have some fun polishing your English today. To take umbrage, the meaning is to feel offended or annoyed. This is when you feel offended on a comment that someone made, or you feel annoyed that why would someone say something about you like that. Example, she took umbrage at his rude comment. The next is down in the mouth. The meaning is feeling sad or discouraged. This is when you feel extremely sad, depressed, discouraged, and you feel very low. Example, he looked down in the mouth after failing the exam. A chip of the old block. The meaning is very similar to one's parent. This is when you have very similar talents, attributes, or qualities similar to your parent. Example, Ravi plays cricket just like his father. He's a chip of the old block. The next is mealy mouthed. The meaning is afraid to speak plainly. ये तब होता है जब आप कोई भी चीज डायरेक्टली क्लियरली नहीं बोलते, आप घुमा घुमा के बोलते हो ताकि जो मेन बात है आप नहीं बोलते. यू आर नॉट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. एग्जाम्पल, ही गेव अ mealy mouthed answer to avoid conflict. Normally politics use this to give an diplomatic answer. They don't speak what you want to hear, they'll give an diplomatic answer. The next is take French leave. The meaning is leave without permission or notice. जब आप किसी इवेंट से बिना किसी परमिशन के या फिर बिना किसी को बताए निकल जाते हो. Example, she took French leave from the party without saying goodbye. Now we have chapter and verse. The meaning is exact details or proof. जब आप कोई रिपोर्ट या फिर कुछ भी with exact details proof के साथ दिखाते हो कि हाँ भाई ये चीज यहाँ से आई है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप कोई अपना असाइनमेंट बनाते हो, प्रोजेक्ट बनाते हो, एंड यू राइट अ बिब्लियोग्राफी एट द एंड कि आपको क्या चीज कहाँ से मिली, व्हाट डिड यू रेफर इन योर असाइनमेंट. Another example is she explained the rule chapter and verse. The next is a bull in a china shop. The meaning is a clumsy person causing damage. This is when एक बहुत clumsy person है जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा damage पहुंचा रहा है because वो किसी को भी छूता है तो वो टूट जाता है, गिर जाता है. Example, he is a bull in a china shop. Everything he touches breaks. Now we have thick as thieves. The meaning is very close friends. When you're very close to a friend, you share all your secrets, you have your loyalty to them. Example, the two sisters are thick as thieves. मतलब उनके बीच में कोई भी नहीं आ सकता. They have such a strong bond. Now we have armchair critique. The meaning is someone who criticizes without experience. मतलब वो खुद तो कुछ कर नहीं रहा लेकिन दूसरे को क्रिटिसाइज करे जा रहा है. जैसे क्रिकेट के मैच में घर पे बैठे बैठे आप टीवी को देख के सुनाते रहते हो कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए था, ऐसे खेलना था. यू आर बीइंग अ आर्मचेयर क्रिटिक. Example, he is just an armchair critique. He has never done the job himself. Now we have blessing in disguise. The meaning is something bad that turns out to be good. मतलब कोई ऐसी चीज जो इनिशियली आपको लगे कि यार मेरे साथ तो यार ये बुरा हो गया, but then it actually turns out to be good for you. Example, losing that job was a blessing in disguise. Why? क्योंकि आपको वो जॉब नहीं मिली जिसकी वजह से you had an opportunity कि आपको एक better job मिली. So it was a blessing in disguise. Now we have call a spade a spade. The meaning is speak plainly and honestly. मतलब जो चीज जैसी है उसको वैसे ही बताना, घुमा फुरा के नहीं करना या फिर उसको हाइड नहीं करना, लेयरिंग नहीं करना. जो चीज जैसी है डायरेक्टली बोल देना. एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स कॉल अ स्पेड, दिस प्लान वोंट वर्क. Now we have an axe to grind. The meaning is have a hidden personal motive. जब आपका कोई हिडन मोटिव होता है फ्रॉम द एक्चुअल थिंग दैट इज गोइंग ऑन, यूर लाइक कि नहीं भाई मेरे को ये चीज ऐसे नहीं करनी क्योंकि आई हैव दिस एजेंडा. एग्जाम्पल, ही क्रिटिसाइज द प्रपोजल बिकॉज ही हैड एन एक्स टू ग्राइंड. ही हैड अ पर्सनल मोटिव. The next is back the wrong horse. The meaning is support the wrong choice. जब आप किसी गलत चीज को support करते हो, you are backing up the wrong horse. Example, I backed the wrong horse by investing in that company. I made a wrong choice. I supported a wrong choice. The next is hot potato. The meaning is a difficult or sensitive issue. मतलब कोई ऐसा टॉपिक या फिर एक ऐसा इशू जो कि बहुत सेंसिटिव हो एंड डिफिकल्ट हो, यू हैव टू ट्रीट इट विद डेलिकेसी. एग्जाम्पल, द टॉपिक ऑफ ले ऑफ्स इज अ हॉट पोटैटो. Now we have ivory tower. The meaning is being disconnected from real life. जब आप real life से disconnected होते हो, you are in your own world. आप उसी में रहना चाहते हो and you don't want anything to do with the reality of life. Example, the professor lives in an ivory tower, unaware of real problems. The next is jump down one's throat. The meaning is react angrily or overly critically. मतलब कोई reason इतना खास हो भी ना and आप impulsively बहुत ज़्यादा anger और aggressive way में react कर दो. Example, she jumped down his throat for asking a simple question. Now we have kick the bucket. The meaning is to die. This is used in an informal setting. जब आप humorlessly या फिर ऐसी मतलब बहुत light way में किसी की death की बात करते हो. Example, the old farmer kicked the bucket peacefully. Now we have laugh in one's sleeve. The meaning is laugh secretly at someone. जब आप किसी के ऊपर secretly हंस रहे होते हो, छुपा के हंस रहे होते हो, and you're like being happy at someone's pain or someone's failure. Example, he laughed in his sleeve when his rival failed. The next is let bygones be bygones. The meaning is forget past conflicts. मतलब जो हो गया उसको भूल जाओ. अब उसके बारे में फिर से बात करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. Example, they decided to let bygones be bygones and moved on. Now we have nip in the bud. The meaning is stop something early. मतलब कोई चीज बहुत ज्यादा बढ़े उससे पहले ही आप उसको रोक के खत्म कर दो. Example, the teacher nipped the rumor in the bud. मतलब कि वो rumor इससे पहले कि बहुत ज्यादा फैले हर किसी को पता चले, टीचर ने उसको पहले ही रोक दिया. The next is walk the plank. The meaning is to be forced to face punishment. मतलब जब आपको आपकी गलती ना भी हो बट आपको फोर्स किया जाए टू टेक पनिशमेंट फॉर समथिंग. एग्जाम्पल, आफ्टर द स्कैंडल द मैनेजर हैड टू वॉक द प्लैंक. Now we have make a clean breast. The meaning is confess fully. जब आप किसी भी चीज को पूरे अच्छे से कन्फेस कर दो फ्रॉम द A to Z पोजिशन कि हाँ यार ये चीज ऐसे से मेरे से हुई है. एग्जाम्पल, he made a clean breast of his mistakes. He confessed everything. Now we have a moot point. The meaning is open to debate or no longer important. मतलब कोई ऐसा टॉपिक जिसके बारे में बात करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. You can debate, but it is no longer needed. It is no longer relevant. Example, whether he was right is now a moot point. The next is as daft as a brush. The meaning is very silly or foolish. मतलब a person जो कि like बहुत kiddish है, silly है, foolish है, he's not being clever, he's not being smart. Example, that idea was as daft as a brush. मतलब it was फालतू basically. The next is big gun. The meaning is an important or powerful person. एक ऐसा person जो कि like बहुत important है, he has some power, he has an authority. Example, they called in the big guns to handle the crisis. मतलब they called in the higher people, the bigger people. Now we have bite the dust. The meaning is fail or die. मतलब कोई ऐसी चीज जो कि अब बस खत्म हो चुकी है, इट हैज बीन फेल्ड, अब उसमें कोई रिकवरी का कोई स्कोप नहीं है. एग्जाम्पल, सेवरल स्टार्टअप्स बिट द डस्ट दिस ईयर. मतलब दे कांट फंक्शन नाउ, इट्स डन. द नेक्स्ट इज डेमोक्लीस स्वॉर्ड. द मीनिंग इज कॉन्स्टेंट थ्रेट और डेंजर. मतलब कोई ऐसी चीज जो कि लाइक कॉन्स्टेंटली आपके ऊपर है कि हाँ यार इस चीज से मेरे को डेंजर है, ये चीज मेरे को थ्रेटन कर रही है. एग्जाम्पल, जॉब लॉस हंग ओवर हिम लाइक द स्वॉर्ड ऑफ डेमोक्लीस. मतलब एक जॉब नहीं है आपके पास तो यू हैव दैट थ्रेट ऑफ नॉट बीइंग एबल टू मीट योर नीड्स, राइट. नाउ वी हैव डाई इन हार्नेस. द मीनिंग इज डाई वाइल स्टिल वर्किंग. मतलब आपका रिटायरमेंट नहीं हुआ है, यू आर स्टिल वर्किंग ऑन समथिंग, यू आर स्टिल वर्किंग ऑन अ प्रोजेक्ट एंड यू डाई इन बिटवीन दैट. Example, the scientist died in harness, working till the end. Now we have 40 wings. The meaning is a short nap. मतलब एक छोटा सा power nap लेना. Example, he took 40 wings during the lunch break. The next is hang up one's boots. The meaning is retire from work or sport. मतलब when you take retirement from a work or a sport, you hang your boots. Example, the footballer hung up his boots after 20 years. He took retirement after 20 years. If you found this video useful, make sure to check out our specially designed vocabulary and grammar books. You can order them directly through our website www.cambryona.com, for which the link is given in the description below. They are perfect for students preparing for exams like CUET, IPMAT, NIFT, BITSAT, NDA, or any other after class 12th entrance exams where English is tested. The first book in this series is a vocabulary book. It's compact, simple, and structured, covering idioms, fixed prepositions, foreign words, and root words. It makes learning more organized, easier, and faster. The second book in this series is a vocabulary workbook. It is designed to help you practice and retain the words from the main vocabulary book. With simple, selective, and varied exercises, it helps you build confidence and use each word correctly. It's the perfect companion for regular practice and effective revision. The third book in this series is a grammar book. It's a focused practical guide that covers only the grammar concepts most relevant for your exams. Each rule is explained clearly and simply so you can understand and apply it quickly. This book helps strengthen your grammar, remove confusion, and build confidence step by step. The fourth book in this series is a grammar workbook. It offers practical, exam oriented exercises that focus on areas where students usually make mistakes. In addition, it includes a few concept building questions that may not be directly asked in your exams but are designed to strengthen your base and remove common confusions so you can apply grammar rules confidently. This workbook is a structured, student friendly tool created to strengthen your grammar and build real exam level confidence. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated and never miss an episode from our idiom series. Thank you.